Hello, everyone. We're big gaming. We are big gaming. Big gamer. I spelled Blaziken wrong. Nope, I got it right. Alright, let's get the chat going. See what you chitty chatters are up to. And chat. Stream's loading. How is it going, everybody? So today, we're going to be playing a Limitless Tour with Blaziken team that I still need to build. Should have given Smeargle Prankster. So true. Me when I say things. We're taking in the Citrus series. Or not the Citrus series, the drywall thing. Ugh, come on. Why does it do this? Awesome. Okay. So, yes, Mega Blaziken. This team top 16 to the VR, top 32 to the VR. One of those two. It did good in the Victory Road Pokemon battle. So we are going to take this recreation I made, by which I mean I lifted spreads from old teams I've played that I like vaguely remember what they do, and go from there. So let's find a team to clear. This team has a Frostlass on it already, so I can be lazy. Did it actually save me clicks? Probably not. Alright. So I trained this Frostlass to be pretty bulky. Timid. 16? 18. I move my head so I can see it. 5 special attack. 10 defense. A boop there. Is Comp any Pokemon who can attack before Fake Out? No! Any Pokemon with upper hand that is faster than a Fake Out Pokemon. Okay, now we're looking for a Gambit. Do we have more than one King Gambit? Surely we have more than one King Gambit. Surely we have more than one Gambit somewhere. We don't. That's annoying. That is aggravating. Day 3 of asking for a Sharpedo run. So noted. Hello, Adamantium Trash Can. How are you today? We are just speed running, putting the stats on the Pokemon. may have won Sinistra too, right? That's a problem that kept coming up. Oh, but this one's actually right. Why? Because it would be too strong. Fake out is an important part of VGC. Does Florges have Trick? You could just Google that. Why are you asking that in a Twitch chat? Pokeaim AMD. What about Pokeaim? Nope, that's not the right berry. Sneasler. This Sneasler is actually technically one EV off what I was intending. So we'll fix that. We'll win the championships this year? I'm not sure. Is my honest answer. I'm excited to find out. No, wait, that's wrong. That's wrong. Oh, I put nature as I put admin as my nature on the team sheet already, so I'll just be lazy. Remember people thought Caesar was bad? No, I don't. I remember people thinking Caesar was bad in the context of a format with Urshifu Rapid Strike in it. But Sneasler popped up like immediately in Regulation H. I think things get taken out of context a lot, right? Like, when somebody says X Pokemon is bad, they always mean in the context in which the format currently exists, right? So, like, people saying Sneasler was bad in Regulation D when it was introduced, like, those people weren't wrong because it was good later. Oop, one too many. You know what I mean? Well, it wasn't doubting Sneasler. It was in the context of the format, which was, you know, Landorus's and Urshifu's, that Sneasler wasn't very good at the time. And that was true. But people have decided that saying a Pokemon is bad in one context means that they were, like, super duper wrong about the Pokemon because in another context it was very good. And I just don't agree with that way of thinking. How do I know the exact number of points? Because I use a damage calculator when I'm really trying. But in this, because that was kind of a last-minute decision, we can use a Premier Ball. We'll use the fancy one. Oh, it even has the right moveset already. Look at that. I just kind of took spreads that I've used in the past. You can say the same about Mega Kang, kind of. Like, the big difference is Mega Kang was literally nerfed. Like, people chose to change, like, people, the statistics that make up the thing that is the piece in the game, Mega Kangaskhan, changed. That one's been pretty good. Had a really dumb training at work. Ate a roast beef sandwich for dinner. And now you guys are gonna watch me do what I always do, which is not be able to find the item. Nope, I found it right away this time. Pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, that's really what's that, and that's what we're doing today. I mean, we're gaming, we're big chillin'. We're playing a tournament. I should probably have the tournament open. Oh, I did already. It's like 68 players so far. Let's take this game. Let's take this for a spin on the ladder. Soup in a can? What kind of soup? Why Gunk Shot over Dire Claw on Sneasler? Because Gunk Shot lets you deal... Because Gunk Shot does more damage. And that's it. There's lots of KOs that you can't ever pick up with... Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Whoa! What the hell's going on? Well, that's not good. No, it was my capture card. It wasn't actually Champions. It wasn't Champions' fault. It was not that. It was actually my capture card. I'm very surprised. I guess I'll lock my 4 and then try to fix it. Sure. Okay. All right. So I deactivated it. I'll reactivate it. Okay. Okay. And now pop back in. Okay. And now we're kind of chilling. This team just top cut a huge tournament, like the big, like a 1,400 player tournament. So I think we'll be okay. Also leave a Frost Bats. I don't think so, Joe. And the reason I say that is because I don't... Like, the types don't need to be symmetrical. Like, I don't think that's interesting if it's just it's like, here's the grass type flavor spread move and whatever. I don't think grass types need a buff. We have plenty of very, very strong grass types. I think it's... Ooh, my process was too slow. This is the Narette team, yeah. This is a bad recreation of the Narette team. I'm slow and weak. Great combination. I can adjust this before the first round, because we only have to submit natures. I think I will do that. I think it's forfeit. Why not fake out? Because I wanted to punish the Arcanine. If I fake out, if I fake out and like end up in a guessing game, like if I fake out the Staraptor, I'm getting Flare Blitzed. So I thought it was safe to just kind of full send it. But I'm realizing now, let me see here. Something that was not a thing I had to think about before. Yeah, I can't ever. Okay, so it's good to know that. So I need to be at least, so 179 gets me there. Okay. $179 is 23 investment. And, yeah. Okay. Good thing we found that out before the tournament started. Happy birthday, Daniel. Who's Daniel? Happy birthday, them. Round should be up now? Yes. Versus Christian. The Knight, Polytoad, Meganium, Ensign, Sneasler, Basculin, Legion. Choice Scarf Basque. Jolly. Sneaker. Whiskey glazed salmon? I like salmon. Salmon's tasty. So there is reason vibes. The reason is vibes. Wait for Mega Instant next patch? So true. So true. Till August 22nd. That's a little arbitrary. I asked my opponent how it's going, and they responded, fine, thank God. Very interesting. I messed up. I played... The original Mr. Rhyme team had a Ceruledge Ledge on it. It eventually became a Hydreigon, but I played a lot with it then. I guess I'll make the room. Oh, no, the guy. The Mr. Rhyme strategy got you to 60k in one day? That's awesome. Mr. Rhyme is funny. We love rhyme time. So let's get into this now. we are getting into the match. All right, so in here, I think they have the rain stuff. They have the Meganium. Their team is particularly weak to Pelipper, or not to Pelipper, to Frostlass stuff, I think. I think, Frostlass Ensign seems pretty okay here. They're jolly on the Basque, so there's no real pressure on me there. I want the Gambit to have a clean way to deal with the Basque Legion in the end game. Maybe I can maybe lead the Gambit. I'm gonna lead the Gambit because I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of procking their stuff right away. This seems pretty good to me. I think this seems pretty strong. All right, good luck, have fun, opponent. And yes, this is best of 3. Unfortunately, not a Blaziken game to start off, but what can you do? All right, so I really like my lead here. Pretty safe protect, scout out what's going on. We don't want to Mega Evolve here, because we really do not want the Politoad to come in for free. Yep, get the Basque Legion out of here, it's in a bad spot. And here comes the Politoad, exactly what we thought was going to happen. Okay, now I think what I want to do here is this is probably an, ooh, they do have Aurora Veil, or they do have Wisp. I did actually genuinely forget about that for a second. So I kind of want to Veil Swords Dance here. Because, like, they're going to Wisp, right? And they're, like, trying to play this game where they're, like, trying to get the sun stuff trying to, like, get weather control. I don't really need weather control right now. I just need weather control for one turn to get up my Aurora Veil. And that's fine, and that's why we didn't want to switch out the Gambit, even though it's being threatened by the... Okay, and they thought I would protect, so they're going for the Parting Shot, probably bringing in the Politoad. But again, behind a Veil, we really aren't threatened on our Gambit by any piece on their team, except maybe the Meganium, who isn't coming here. Like, a Helping Hand Wave Crash is a little scary, but we can pressure that with Sucker Punch. So I kind of like bringing in Sneasler here and just suckering. If they jet, they're locked into jet, so whatever. And is this just a Helping Hand Wave Crash? Interesting. Okay, that's fine. Because I'm very happy to just kowtow that slot this turn. I'm just going to throw a Gunk Shot at this Politoad. I don't want to close combat it, because I don't want to proc my White Herb early when I know there's an Incineroar in the back. So their last piece is either Dragonite or... Okay, so they actually look like they went for a Weather Ball somewhere here. Gunk Shot's going to connect. That poison would be nice, but not necessary. Is that a crit? No, it's a very frail Politoad. All right, they're just doubling into Gambit, trying to get damage down on it. Ooh, really? That was a crit. Not gonna be scarfed at all. Well, it's closed. Well, it's open team sheet, so yes, it is scarfed. In fact. That crit is pretty bad. I'm gonna CC here to read the potential Ensign swap. Because we didn't proc our thingy yet, our Frost Blast is faster than our Sneasler. I guess the worst case scenario is they stay in. Okay, that's fine. So this has got to be Ensign. Polytoad protecting is fine. And because we are pretty weak on our Sneasler, the Ensign does live that. But we go for the Shadow Ball here, and now it's pretty free. And now it's pretty free just to CC Shadow Ball here. Like, they fake out Sneasler or whatever. Let's just make sure that our Frost Blast doesn't take any super effective damage this turn. Polytoad out for what, Basculegion? Yeah, that's fine. It's actually great. And they live because we're a little on the weaker side. Aurora Veil's down. I'm pretty happy to just go for the Gunk Shot here. Is it Gunk Shot Go Ensign? I think it is Gunk Shot Go Ensign. Okay, so they're retreating to Basculegion. That's fine. Polytoad's back in. Again, they're really were concerned about the Weather War. Big Gunk Shot here, removes the Polytoad. And now we're probably going to see the Dragonite come out. And this is multi-scale on everything. This is a pretty clean... Yeah, I wanted to try out one of the unique teams that did well. Correct. This, like, I guess there's, like, a world where this goes wrong, but I think really it's relatively safe to get in my Frost Blast here. And if they don't bring the Basculegion in at any point here, I think I can engineer an endgame where this is okay. The only thing I can't do is swap out Sneasler, because then I lose my speed advantage on the Bask. This game got way harder because of that Weather Ball crit. That's awesome, Miso. Congratulations on hitting champions for the first time. Well, here for better timing. I'm in New York. I'm in New York. You think I'm European? That's in the team sheet. That's fine, right? Because like, I'm not threatened here. Thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Because, like, obviously, I guess it's literally possible for the Ensign to outspeed my Frost Blast. I don't have combat, so that's not actually true. And then what happens here? So now, I guess if they went into my Sneasler, which they did, they hit the Raw Hurricane. Does my Blizzard KO through multi-scale single target? Maybe. I doubt it. Yeah, no way. Alright, so Instant comes in here. I think it's game over. Like, I'm pretty happy with the way this game looks. Like, Blizzard, Darkest Lariat, because should be enough to clean up here. He says, remembering he doesn't have Darkest Lariat. Like, okay, so how do I lose? How do I lose? I think that's fine. Okay, awesome. Well, now I can't lose. Okay, they went for the Wave Crash. That's fine. We eat the Wave Crash pretty easily. Because we Intimidate. Bye-bye, Basculegion. Yeah, special doesn't mean ranged, guys. Special means, like, special power, or, like, magic powers. I don't know. Alright, so that's game one. That went really well. Like I said, even through the Polytoad crit on my Gambit. We also got the lead, like, exactly right. This doesn't matter, obviously, at this point. So what do we want to do here? They're very likely to... I suspect they're very likely to bring the Sneasler after how hard Gambit... Well, maybe they think it wasn't so bad because they did remove the Gambit. But if I'm them, I'm thinking I need to bring Sneasler because that Gambit was a problem and I kind of, like, lucked into my answer to it. So I think what I'd like to do... Is that guy farting? Who are you? So I think what I'd like to do for game 2 here is I would like to lead Frostlass to pressure that Gambit, that Sneasler right away. Because it's gonna be like Meganium stuff this time, maybe? Thank you so much for the follow, Pods at me. I really do appreciate it. Do I want Gambit still in the front? I think I do, because I really don't want... If I'm going to lead Frostlass, I really don't want to get called out by the, Oh, this is the same thing I did last time. Is Instant better than Cinny? I think so. I think it's better than Cinny, because intimidating the Basculegion early can be really, really valuable. Alright, game number 2. Good luck, have fun. Yep, like I thought, there's the Sneasler. But, like, I'm pretty happy just to, like, rip a Blizzard here and protect. See if my Frostlass is faster. My opponent's Sneasler has no way to trigger their... Has no way to trigger their special thingy, this turn. No switches. Might be a flip turn coming out here. Flip turn to Blizzard Miss would be kind of bad. Like, fake out flip turn? Yeah, oh, just flip turn. Okay. I did a lot. Okay, alright, stop critting me. Stop critting me, please. That's rude. This is what happens when you play with stuff that modifies defensive stats, though. You get crit more, it's the rules. Okay, so this Sneasler is very fast. Fast and frail. We miss on the Polytoad. Get the Sneasler, please! Thank you! We chuck a Shadow Ball. Chuck a Shadow Ball stop to our own Sneasler, because we'll take this pretty well. And once their Sneasler is... Okay, who's coming in here for this? Really? Okay, I mean, I'm very happy that I'm swapping to my... Very happy that I'm swapping to my Sneasler now. That's even better. Big Big Shadow Ball. Little Chunk. Big Weather Ball. We might go down to this. I'm not that bulky. Yeah. So now I have to rely on my Sneasler to beat their Sneasler, which isn't the end of the world. But I'm not super happy about it. So, like, I get the Swords Dance off here pretty freely. Like, Swords Dance, Gunk Shot. If I miss the Gunk Shot, I'm in trouble. Like, a lot of trouble, honestly. Is it protecting here? Okay, that's fine. We get the Swords Dance off. There's probably a Weather Ball. Yeah. Go well my way. Yeah, did a lot. Considering how much Gunk Shot did, I imagine a Sucker Punch on the Politoed is probably good enough. At +2. Who's coming in here? I mean, anything eating this is not super happy. I'm fine with that. You're in, like, super duper Omega Sucker Punch range now. If I connect. Ooh, did I crit? No, are they just no bulk? Yeah, they're just no bulk. Okay. So that's perfect. Because Magoda Sucker Punch can never hit Farigiraf, which is very important. So it just does more damage. Okay, they locked Jet. Thank you for the follow. So their last mon is the Meganium, so I want to preserve my Sneasler here. So the long explanation for, ooh, thank you, Black Glasses King Gambit. The longer explanation for the Gunk Shot stuff is that specifically, so uninvested Gunk Shot is stronger than max investment Dire Claw. So it breaks the calcs. It breaks like the defensive Floette calcs and stuff. It also just like, even if you're not specifically targeting a specific calc, just having more powerful moves lets you invest less in your attacking stats. That is a big part of why, for example, what's it called? Pelipper actually like does pretty decent damage because it's using Hurricane and Weather Ball, which are very high base power moves. And Magoda, that is true, right? It is less accurate, but let's put it this way, right? So if Gunk Shot always KOs Floette, if it hits, that's an 80% chance to KO. Whereas Dire Claw never KOs Floette, so it's a 0% chance to KO. And if one-tapping Floette is what your team needs to do to win the matchup, which often it is because of the nature of those style of teams, then that makes it a little more clear, I think, why we do it the way we do. And it's a 30% poison. Like, that's a pretty good chance. It's a pretty hefty percentage. No, my Sneasler has no attack investment. My Sneasler is a peaceful boy. Or girl. Boy. My Sneasler spread is just like... My Sneasler spread is an old spread. I literally used the spread in the first Champions Regional. So it's out of date. I wouldn't recommend this exact spread. I'm going to do a Floette. It KOs it. I think you need to... I'm pretty sure you need to be bold to live zero investment Gong Shot. Jeez. Alright, so we are 1-0. Here's my little thingy. So let's play some ladder. Okay, who are you, guy farting? Because the fact that I, like, stopped you for a stream by doing it, like, the safe way, and then you're right back. You have to be somebody who watches every stream. It's Nathan. It's Nathan. Nathan, I know it's you. There's no one else that could possibly be. There's nobody else that could 133 people watching on Twitch right now. Thanks so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Is that a Floette? An Aerodactyl? This is like an old team. This is an old team. Noah, I know it's you. I know it's you, Noah. Just admit it. Saying it was Nathan was my way of seeing if he was paying attention to the chat or not. You should be a fulfilling life. Thank you. El Noah, I agree. Let me get an El Noah in the chat, guys. Stanford, don't use AI for your damage calculators. Use a real damage calculator. Here you go. Use this. This is what everybody uses. El Noah. I'm sorry, Noah. That was my test to see if you were in here. I don't know my calcs. No, I'm gonna miss anyway. I'll never know the calc. I'll never know the calc I missed! W Noah, he's just misguided. You're giving him too much credit. Am I an idiot? I'm not an idiot. You can't wait for Guy farting too? I have great news for you. Show me Rock Slide hit. Thank you for the follow. Devin Legend. Show me Gambit. I really did think about making that swap. I know I have Fake Out. I had no reason to click Fake Out. I was pressuring them both with Blaziken. Don't backseat the game. I like Blaziken. He is super awesome. I agree. Ooh, big wave of follows. Thank you, Devin. Urinal. Nick Slays. Thank you. All right, let's stop with that. Oh, Mr. Sneaker. Do I want to stay in? I wish. I brought a different Pokemon. Swap in here. Mary, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for all the follows. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you for the follow. Oh my goodness, we're going crazy. Our Blaziken is also going crazy. He's so fast. The Mega Barb video is going to be out soon-ish. We will soon have Mega Barbaracle. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Awesome. Good job, Mega Blaziken. I defeated one of Noah's brethren. Three Pokemon figured on the field just the way I like it. 4 matches still going, so we'll fire over another one. We have so many. Wow, you guys are great. Cool, Tony Official, thank you for the Prime. Which flavored Tatsugiri would I eat first? None of them. They're my friends. I would never eat Tatsugiri. This is tricky. I don't know if I like this matchup very much. I feel like, you know, with like Blaziken. No, I can't. They have a Garchomp. I need to bring Frostlass. I kind of don't love that. I kind of feel forced to bring Frostlass if I see a Garchomp. Surely that can't be like actually the case that I literally have to bring it, but I can't. I guess I can rely on Gambit. Is it a Gambit Instant Angle? Is this like a matchup where is this a matchup where I like play through Fake Out Sword Chance Gambit and then I like clean up with the Frostlass? How good would Coaching Sneeze be on my team? People play Coaching Sneeze their Mega Blaziken, I think. Like Sash base Blaziken with Coaching was like a fringe thing in Scarlet and Violet in one of the lower power level formats. Well, if he's Rosalie Berry, well then I will be happy, for I have no fairy types. Yeah, but they're never bringing the Dragonite here. That was never gonna happen. Yeah, there's a lot of limitless doors. I gotta get out of here. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the gifted. A millionaire, thank you so much for the gifted. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome. Hype train, woo! I don't know what a hype train is. I don't really understand what they do. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea. So, like, I feel like I can just, like, fake out Sword Stance again, can't I? What stops me? I guess I just kowtow, actually. Because I guess Sneasler's coming in here, right? Like... There's gotta be a Sneasler on the horizon. Oh no! Oh, you idiot! It's only +3. It's not +4. It's only +3. Oh no! I was so focused. All right, Sneasler buddy. Sneasler old buddy, old pal. They swapped into the Gambit, okay? I didn't do it on purpose. That was obvious. That was obvious. We knew what was to come there. Oh, that's fine. Shuffle. Behind a screen? Maybe you eat this? God damn. It's not free to run. It's not literally free to run this fancy Sneasler set. If they, like, sucker... The fact that they didn't EQ makes me think they might not have Protect on their Gambit. That one turn. Nice. Frostblast gets tickled. Turn on the Sneasler definitely did not matter. So instant in here. I think it's Helping Hand Shadow Ball. I'm gonna Helping Hand Shadow Ball, and then I'm gonna lose because the Basculegion is going to be like Acid Berry or something, or like Sash, or just bring in their Frostblast. So I guess if I'm faster. mean, I'm behind a screen, so, like, they're not picking me up with one Shadow Ball. Even though that was a thing. I haven't changed any settings, so it might be a new YouTube thing. A lot of things have been changing lately. I'm either faster or we're tying. I made myself 1 point faster than Max Jolly on the Star Raptors. So my win condition here is that they're like bad. That's my win condition. Behind a screen? Nah, never. Why am I not using T-Dar Houndstone? I wanted to use Frostlass. I like Frostlass a lot. It's one of my favorite megas. Show me Wave Crash. Okay, so if I did live, actually, the Shadow Ball play would have worked. Because this is Life Orb or something. But yeah, it's a pretty big if. If I didn't give them, that's incorrect. Which that is not how it works. Aurora Veil only needs Snow to be active the turn you use the move. If Snow runs out or it's overwritten, Aurora Veil does not go away. Astoy Boy. Astoy Boy. Ooh, this team. Well, what's the mono water type? Oh, Polydode. Oh, duh, it's this team. Thanks, Blake. I appreciate it. Have a good time at the gym. Probably like this. How do you hard counter Basque Legion? King Gambit. I haven't read Cine once, so I'm clearly misunderstanding something. Maybe this is a Cine game? I'll try. I think I'm just pressing buttons in this match. I'm doing this wrong. You don't need close combat to beat the Arch. Arch does not love special attackers in general. We can boost it with Gambit. And I'm not one-tapping Arch with my Sneasler spread anyway. Frostlass is a harder Arch answer than others. Let's see this partner Mega run a team alongside Mega Crabominable. You don't necessarily need two Megas, but if you really want another Mega, then probably Camerupt, as he's a special spread attacking Trick Room Mega, as opposed to a physical single target one. Mega Mawile, Mega Crab have a lot of overlap. They kind of do the same thing. So a lot of the pieces that answer one answers the other. Okay, they went for Rage Powder here. Very interesting. they're willing to just, like, high horsepower and get a Gambit for that? I think that's a little strange. Like, I'm not exactly unhappy with taking your Sash and this much damage on Swampert in exchange for my King Gambit. If you even KO... Just kidding. You're frozen. Like the hit movie. And now we Blizzard Sucker, and the reason we're doing this is we're covering for them swapping to Politoed. Well, yeah, it's like single target Pokemon can, like, be together, right? It's just a matter of, like, on a Trick Room team, like, you want to be diversifying your threats so that your opponent, like, is kind of... can't just, like, have one game plan to flowchart out. Politoed in. And that's what we suckered. We suckered to play around, like, Rain into Thaw into Wave Crash. And another thing is these Archaludons actually have a very, 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 very hard time dealing with King Gambit if they're outside of range. Right? Because, like, so I put us into Snow, and what moves does the Archaludon have? I mean, it could be Aura Sphere, because it's closed team sheet, in which case, you got me. But realistically, it's most likely Flash Cannon and Dragon Pulse, which are both resisted, which King Gambit resists both of. So by combining Frostlass with King Gambit, we have a very, very good matchup into Archaludon. That's fine. I don't mind losing this guy to get my Frostlass back in right away, but because we're careful, we're okay. So now we can bring on our Frostlass again. They could go for a Flash Cannon here, so we could fake out, but realistically, just like getting this free turn of Sword Stance is all we really need, and then we have, you know, +2 Black Glasses King Gambit with nothing really threatening it. Because Politoed also is relying on the weather to do anything that can hit it, even neutrally. Though what could be a problem here is if they have Encore, which they might. That is a genuine consideration. And if they have Encore, because they might have Encore, I want to click Sucker Punch here. I think Sucker Punch Blizzard is pretty hard for them to cover. And Shuckle, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, and that is true. But in this situation, spending 2 turns to E-Shot isn't really going to get you out of the situation where there's a boosting King Gambit in front of you. So Arch goes down. And they do have Encore, and that's why we Sucker Punched instead of going for the Kowtow Cleave. Right now we're playing ladder. We're waiting for the last match of the round 1 of our tournament to be finished. So right now we're doing ladder while we wait. And now, yeah, now you just lose the Blizzard counter. Or Blizzard clicks Sucker Punch forever. It's Black Glasses. I've been playing a lot of Lorb Gambit recently, but Naret's paste was Black Glasses, and I just recreated the paste. I imagine you probably, because you have the Sinistra and the screens, like, you don't want that random chip. Ooh, excuse me. in the tournament, there's quite a few. I think it's 5 in the top cut. I never play the whole tournament because it's a Monday. Yeah, I gotta get to work in the morning. But with the amount of you guys that keep showing up for the streams lately, maybe that won't be. Maybe we won't have to do that sometime soon. It'd be amazing, obviously. But for now, Tangled Knot and Chef Joseph, thank you very. Quaker Oats, Tangled Knot, Chef Joseph, thank you all very much for the follows. I don't think I said any of your names. I apologize for that. And Psycho with an RPG, a role-playing game. Thank you very much. And the round's up. Awesome. Well, the round's not up, but the tournament is. But the last match of the round is done, so they'll pair. And now there's a new round. All right, who do we got? We are playing Slug. Okay, so they are playing Frostlass, Scovillain, Sneasler, King Gambit, Basket Legion, Lycanroc. Why is the team? Who is the team? How is the team? Why? It's just, I'm not sure the exact reasoning. I think they might be keeping a lot of the details close to the chest because Worlds is in 2 weeks. But, I mean, Blaziken hates Garchomp. Frostlass loves Garchomp. Seems simple enough to me. Okay, so I think this team actually kind of gets folded by Blaziken. Like, not like done, but it seems pretty good. Like Blaziken Incin lead? Or no, you can't lead Incin. Like Blaziken. Like Blaziken Gambit. You have to bring the Gambit to beat the Basket Legion. You probably don't want to lead the Gambit. Because then you end up in trouble with these if they leave Scove, I think. So maybe it's like, it's probably Sneasler. It's probably Sneasler, Blaziken. Yeah, I'll post the team sheet. I don't have a replica code for this because you are actually only, I have been at the limit for how many replica codes you're allowed to have for a very long time, for like a while now, and I don't want to like delete replica codes while they're still in the format because that must feel so bad, right? To like find a video you like, have replica code, then it not be there. These spreads aren't good. Like, these spreads are, I slapdashed this together. No, you're good, Enon. I'm just messing around. If PokePaste wants to load, VR Pastes had a hard time on my computer too. What a weird coincidence. I'm not allowed to have pastes, it turns out. Very interesting. Very interesting and cool and odd and funny. Alright, my opponent's booting up the room. Thank you for the follow, Ioka30. I really do appreciate it. You guys are going crazy tonight. There it is. Here's the paste. Nathan, if you could pin this, sweetie, that'd be great. And thank you for the follow, Cool Tony Official. Did you subscribe before you followed? I didn't even know you could do that. I definitely said thank you for subscribing earlier. And thank you for following GDX AMT. You gotta love the streaks. And thank you for the follow, Spooter Mess. All right. Title 3? Yeah, I know. It's a new computer. Local storage goes crazy. Hi, Honors. I'm going to start doing that for members and subscribers in the new, like, exclusive Discord channel I made for them. Thank you so much for the Prime, Ghoul19. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I think it's like this. Do I even want my Ensign? I need Gambit. I need the Gambit to beat the Basket Legion, I think. Yes. Lycanroc is pretty common. This team has been pretty popular since towards like the end of Regulation MA. It was a response to Charizard getting so popular. Lycanroc is very, very strong against Charizard Y. It's been popping up again more recently. What's the worst Mega I can face with this team? Probably Mega Rayquaza. No, I'm not sure. Swampert seemed a little tricky, and then we kind of got that lucky freeze. Good luck, have fun, Slug. Scove bags. That's a pretty scary lead for me. Let's see if I remember this correctly. I shouldn't have Mega'd. There's no reason to Mega there. Now they know we're not processing the back. Nice, I'm very happy to see the Scove protecting there. Yeah, probably the Blastoise setup stuff doesn't seem so easy. That's probably true. Really? Come on. It's gonna be a weird match, I can already tell. Are they gunk shot? Yes. Their own Gambit, huh? How's it going, Topo? We're big chillin', I think. We're big chillin'. Yeah, we're playing Drywall. Does this poison? Yes. Yes, it does. Thank you for the Prime Talent. Oh, hi, Cedric. How's it going? Rock Slide? Might be a Rock Slide. I mean, what is this guy even doing to me? Okay, that's kind of wild. Okay, alright. I don't like to use the word, but like, I kind of think this thing's typing. That's like, what a bizarre play. We're doing good, Aurora Time. How are you? Oh, GDX, thank you also so much for the Prime. I really do appreciate it. You eat this? Huh. Yep, I knew it. Should have gunk shotted. Should have gunk shotted. I think we're okay. Like, this boosted Gambit is still super strong. I think we live a Mystic Water Wave Crash. Vespedia is not scarfed. You barely joyed the Discord? Well, I'm sad. I hope it brings you much more joy than just barely. If this is anything but Aquajet, they're... This is ridiculous. Not that kind of lawyer. I don't like talking about work. Thank you, Aurora. I'm glad you like the videos. Okay. Alright. Alright, fine. Yeah, I think I have to, which sucks, but like... See, I'd much rather not do that, because that makes the viewing experience less fun, but if you're, like... If you're really gonna do that in a tournament this small, for no prizing, then, like, whatever, I guess, you know? I'm gonna wait till there's less than 5 seconds left to lock my Pokemon. We don't know for sure. We don't know for sure, but like, that was a lot of very hard reads back to back. Maybe I'm just very predictable. Maybe I'm just very predictable. Who knows? I could just be very predictable. I could just be very predictable. Thank you very much for the follow, Jack Palladino. I don't want to do that because I don't want to make the experience worse for everybody else watching. How famous am I? I mean, I don't like to use the word famous feels strong to me, but well, how do you know they're waiting for me, Cosmic? I'd have to stop the stream. I can't add a delay in the middle of the stream, guys. Okay, but there's no way they reacted that fast, so maybe I just suck. Maybe they're just making hard reads literally every turn. Let's stop with that stuff, guys. We don't know for sure what happened. No, I mean the Gambit's going down. Pretty happy to take Gambit here. A little wide herb action. I would not say I am the second most famous competitive battler, Jack Palladino. I would say I am loud and know how to organize people to make a Pokemon tournament. Those are my claims to fame. So their Backmon's probably Sneasler. How's it going, Clover? We do this. If we get the poison, we're very happy. Even if we don't get what we want here, this isn't so bad. Just chipping away. Getting value, clearing room. To enjoy my casual yet detail-oriented breakdowns. Ah, poop. Come on, Shadow Ball crit. We might eat a Last Respects. Oh no, we were tripped. Oh, well, look at that. All right. Because I'm faster, my instant won't proc their White Herb, which I do care about quite a lot here, I think. I don't think I can win anymore, because my Frostos is going to be in Aqua Jet range, and it's very unlikely that my Sneasler get there. With Poison, it would have Cloud. That was the idea. The idea was we were fishing with the Poison, because we really didn't have a great spot to put our put our fella up. All right, it's a big wave crash here, which is not what I expected. Muda's Flare Blitz Kowtow, and then we Blizzard Blizzard. Yeah, now we get to go Sucker Blizzard and play silly games. I don't think they're speed tied. We were moving first pretty consistently. The only tricky thing is I really don't want them to proc their. I really don't want them to proc their what's it called? Their White Herb with close combat. So I'm gonna switch here. If they slam a gunk shot into my Incineroar, I'm going to explode. Okay. Like, at least pretend, dude. It's not my only out. If I click Flare Blitz Kowtow, they're in so much trouble. If they go clip, they just click Dunk Shot there. I'm cooked? No, I think they're cooked. I think I still win. Do you eat this Flare Blitz? If you do, I lose. No, because they're -1, so they're neutral because of the screen. Do you eat this Flare Blitz? You probably do. Yeah. Burn? That's so unfortunate. I don't live, I'm careful. That's so unfortunate. So annoying. They're asking me if I'm the real Scraw. Like, they... You think I'm dumb? Get out of here. Yeah, the Veil got me. That's alright. We go next. It's just for fun. No prizing or anything. We don't know that for sure, so let's stop saying that. Let's calm down. I mean, you can literally find my stream in the Limitless. I don't care if you broke your elbow. Oh, I would care. We don't know that. All right, we're gonna stop. From now we're timing out people that who keep talking about this. We're moving on. We're playing the games. By careful over Impish? I don't know. The creator of the team, you played Impish. This seems pretty good. Like this, maybe? It's a little scary if they bring the... I need my Cine, probably. How do you sign up? You look at my video called An Introduction to the Competitive Pokemon Circuit. Yeah, you're good. You're good. We just want to move on. We want to move on. Yeah, Carol is special defense boosting nature. So it's the fake out Blastoise. They fake out and then they shell smash and then boop boop boop. So we just chuck a Shadow Ball at him. I will be at Worlds. I'm not competing this year because I'm bad. My friend's a pretty famous VGC player. That's awesome. Who is your friend? We know him. Yep, I brought Fake Out Blastoise to my first ever VGC tournament. Fun fact. If they're quiet, so like the obvious play. The obvious play is swap Blastoise to Farigo for... Putting the VR... So... Ooh. The double up? Yeah. Good call out. Well, that's not very nice to say to somebody, Mr. Jot. Bari in. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Gallade can underspeed me. I lied. I thought about protecting there. Big Kowtow cleave. There's only one TR turn left. They could. Ooh, they're gonna Trick Room. I know how these players think. You're gonna click Trick Room and also Trick Room. I was wrong. I don't know how they think at all. Actually, I haven't seen somebody go for double Trick Room once. In Champions yet. Have you guys? Have you seen that? Perhaps not. You know, Brave Gallade can definitely underspeed me. I just went on my calcs. I don't know. I just be saying shit. I just be saying shit. Almost every time? That's hard to believe. How many events did I go to this season? Too many to have missed my invite. Smile. I know these guys. Is it this? Well, glad they saw that my gambit was faster, and therefore slower. Sleeper picks on Pokemon? At players. I mean, I'm always a Zach Minich believer. How's Blaze doing? Who's Blaze? I don't know who that is. What matchup Green Blaze get into is like exclusively Big Six and Sand? I don't think so. I'm probably just bringing it too often because I'm used to what the piece does. You know what I mean? Big Gunk Shot. Doo! Ooh, big Gunk Shot. Big Blizzard. Doo! Bye, Staraptor. Oh, Blaziken. Oh, fine. We lost the one game we ran from the tournament. Hooray! I love dodging head smash. I hate missing head smash. When my opponent misses, it's what they get for running such an inaccurate move. When I miss, it's a tragedy and not fair. Everybody else agree? Ooh. They could double crit the Cyber Voice. I'm glad they didn't. Bet they could have. Yeah, when they miss, I outplayed them with my masterful understanding of competitive Pokemon. When I miss, it's because they're a luck sack. And how? Isaac, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it very much. Rock should have one inaccurate move. Trevor, you might just be playing a team that's good against it. Ooh, what the hell is this? Max Harmon. What are you planning, Max Harmon? And thank you for the follow, Miku Snow Wow. For Marco? Yeah, Marco's a pretty good player. It's gotta be a Blaziken game, right? If not now, when? You know? Game 3. If you're a Pokemon Cry, that's a great question. Lately, I've been I actually really like Steeler's Cry. Like, it's like the wah wah. I like that. I think it's funny. You know? Yay, Blaziken! At live tournaments, it's hard to know because there's only a few events, and events have been capping. There's like events were capping before and they're capping now. I actually don't think Louisville capped. Which is pretty crazy. So we swapped here to intimidate the arrow, so like a dual wing beat wouldn't pick up Blaziken, because we're pretty bulky. Mary, why did you join the room? You also should not have done that. I'm not max speed. I am adamant with some bulk. Round is up? No, it isn't. I have it open. Oh, it is up. I'm sorry. Six, 7. It's gonna happen sometimes. Ooh. They got me. Ooh, no! But, like... the Mega Arrow wasn't that weird. I guess a little more so these days. But I don't think they can beat my Gambit anymore. Wrong one, Sinistra. I do appreciate the enthusiasm, but wrong one. And that should be game, right? I guess the best thing the Sensei can do is just give me an Intimidate and reset my Sinistra for later. Just don't flinch. Come on, you can't win. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Jack. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is a really weird team for us. Greninja Wims. Wims has Giga Drain and Helping Hand and not Tailwind? Moonblast, Taunt, Helping Hand, Giga Drain. Pelipper. Big Pert. Damp, Big Pert. A-Tails. Mild Nature, Alolan, I guess for the... What is the Ice Shard calc? Well, like, they have their Life Orb and their Ice Shard and their Mild. Holy Infant, so tender and mild. What is the Ice Shard calc you're going for? What are your secrets? How do you ever win if I get a Gambit at +2? You don't have Mega Floette, so which is the best Zard-Y team? The Aerodactyl Zard teams are very, very, very strong still, and they do not need Floette. They look so locked in. And I was like, yippee! And their guys No, there's no way Life Orb Frost Shard KOs. You need Life Orb for Ice Shard from Mamoswine to knock out Garchomp. There is no way in hell Life Orb Alolan Ninetales does that. I'll take the trade. Fun fact. They have to switch now. Because this Kangaskhan never actually used the move Fake Out. Which means it can't use Last Respects. It'll struggle. Because it has no moves it can use. So they have to swap. Isn't that funny? Isn't that a funny interaction? If I use Aether with my Seppi, depends. Depends on the on the context. I mean, it never came up until very recently. Like, this is the first time ever that like Last Respect stuff is like genuinely a thing. It's so sad Last doesn't have Freeze Dry. I agree. Kowtow Oko's base Swampert +2 Kowtow does, yeah. +2 Black Ice with Kowtow. Ninja. What are your moveset? Blizzard, Taunt, Dark Pulse. So if I just never let them get, Weather Control, they can't hit. If I just never let them get Weather Control, they can't hit my King Gambit. So it's Kowtow Protect here, and then next turn it's Protect King Gambit, swap to Sinistra, and then I can just swap Frostblast back in, and they can't ever get their Rain back. And I think Weather Ball is the only way they have to actually hit my King Gambit. Weather Ball and Rain specifically. Otherwise, they're hitting with resisted attacks. And they're strong with neutral attacks, resisted attacks. It's genuinely preposterous. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far, and they could freeze me. I wouldn't say it's genuinely preposterous. Because, like, it'd be kind of nuts. It'd be kind of broken. Like, not every Pokemon gets everything. You know what I mean? You're Barry, so I am going to assume that you can hit my Gambit. Because their 4 attack mod is Barry. So I'm assuming you can live a +2 Kowtow. Top off Gambit, just make sure I have Weather Control later. Big Dark Pulse, doesn't even kill, does not stab anymore. Plus Screen. I guess the Greninja's more threatening because it could, like, freeze me if I leave it alone. Don't freeze me, please. Nice, but it doesn't really matter. Do you live because of the snow boost? That'd be hilarious. No, of course not. Still boost. I think it's a balance thing, honestly. I genuinely think I think like base Gyarados would be really, really strong if it got a flying type attack. What other team covers Gambit? I think the answer it's just like High Horse from Swampert. It's just High Horse on Swampert. Which is why I brought the Cine. Excuse me. That's not Guy farting, because Guy farting's an Ultra Ball tier. I want to bring Blaziken more, but I keep getting these matchups that they have rain. I can just run it back, I think. Man, it's crazy how much you guys have been supporting the stream lately. 300 viewers on YouTube is crazy. 120 on Twitch is nuts. It never kills? Take this then. That's scary. What are you gonna do? Did they leave? A gifted sub? Thank you so very much. There are kills. And they overpredicted. That's what I was banking on. their entire team is single target attacks. Goodbye, Kang. It's so funny hearing people complaining about Delvok being overpushed, because people were so angry. It doesn't get when we found out it didn't get psychic terrain. Rudy was like, "Grr, Game Freak, why?" Double, huh? It's a blizzard. Is that what this is? Yeah. That hurt. I played plenty in this format. It's fine. It's not crazy. It's fine. They could kind of boom me on this turn. Am I losing? I think I'm losing. That's nice. I think I sucker Matcha here. And if they swap, then they're pinned with Frostlass. Can that be a Tailwind? Really? That's interesting. Why not Weather Ball? Yeah, look, picked up. How fast is base Greninja? It's naturally faster. Okay. It's no longer stab, so I'm honestly kind of not too concerned about a Dark Pulse here. Like, Greninja's special attack is not very high. Did I Shadow Ball? I did, right? I did. Blizzard. Spicy. But Frost last 1v1. 1v2s from here, right? Most of the time. So am I going to full wave crash? I don't think so. Oh, maybe I am. Maybe Tailwind Wave Crash gets there. I just put up a screen to scout. Might be losing this game. Nice. If this is Tailwind, I think we're... Yeah, okay, so I got the prediction right. Now I can just sit here and stall the Tailwind, protect, throw a Shadow Ball at the Pelipper, protect, run out of Tailwind, Shadow Ball the Swampert, in the game. They're thinking. That horse, interesting. Took the recoil. That's so much less damage. Yeah, I think the Pelipper's more threatening. I'm not convinced Pelipper goes down in one hit. I'm pretty weak on my Frostlass. Blizzard does not go Burr, they have Wide Guard. This is why Blizzard doesn't go Burr. What I was scared of. Oh shit, do I lose? Yeah, I think Weather Ball High Horse would get me. I wouldn't call that negative damage. Without the snow, am I dead? There's gonna protect that one again. There's gonna protect it. There's gonna do the same play again. And I'm gonna be sad. They've been playing kind of scared the whole time, so I suspect they'll think I can't make the same, they think I won't make the same call twice. Yeah, nice. Okay, that should be game. Well, they confused me, actually. Hold on. Or crit me. All right. Hit Raw Hurricane crit is definitely a way for me to lose. The music from Legend ZA. I had a very strong... I didn't anticipate killing the Pelipper Shadow Ball. We are timid, low investment. Good second round. That's a weird thing to comment after the... when you... Is what it is. Seems relatively safe. What's this? This is game 3. Game 3 hype. Hangpert. Can't stop both. I didn't know Colin made a video about this. I probably did the exact same Colin did, which was look at the victory road and go, what an interesting team. Sure. I think it's Swords Dance. I don't think hurt me for a second there. Yeah, Kang's crappy. Hence being able to pick up my Frostlass. We're chilling. Mega Rooster. Mega Rooster has not been coming because we've been playing against a lot of rain. Very sad. Good job, Cinny. My goat. No more rain. I do not like when it is raining. I prefer when it is snowing. A ninja. Probably. It's probably GG, but things could happen. I could throw from here. Okay. Not what I thought was gonna happen. A Hawk Dragon, if you are interested in more tournaments, the best recommendation I have for you. Oh, Sunny rating. Thank you so much, Sunny. How's it going, everybody? With 7 viewers. 6 and then also 7. How's it going, everybody? If you don't know who I am Scraw VGC. I am a competitive Pokemon content creator and competitor. Content creator more often than competitor these days, but we'll try to fix that at Baltimore next month. The tournament is going well, Sunny. We're just trying a version of the Frost Last Blaziken stuff that Narette either top 16 or top 32 this weekend with. I don't remember which. And this is a limitless tournament. Yes, and TO, but I guess that's kind of, well, that was kind of a different thing. You hate it here. That's not very nice. We are... Yeah, so it looks like this should wrap up this match. So we're 2-1 now. Well, yeah, protect turn, maybe install some snow, but this is pretty over. Just a quick claw on this Mega Swampert activates the Blitz Earthquake. Yes, David, we're Gunk Shot because we want to be very bulky on the Sneasler, and if you want to be very bulky and want to make sure you're always KOing the bulky Floettes, you gotta be Gunk Shot. Can I explain the Blizzard Sucker Punch play there? Because it was a pin, right? So there was no play they could make that punished what I was doing. Banyan. And, like, Veil could get punished, right? Like, Veil could get punished by, like, just them, like, swinging out and something critting. But Blizzard Sucker Punch meant no matter what, they were not getting damage down that turn, and I was definitely getting damage down that turn. So there were, and that's all I really needed at that point in the game, right? If Swampert switches in, Undertale. If Swampert switches in, then we are in a, like, it's getting chunked for a lot, and then it's in Sucker Punch range too. So it's like a very... So that's why we didn't go for something a little more defensive there, because we didn't need to. Attacking was defensive, in a way. There's only one match still going, so I guess we won't boot up another one. Starwind DM, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. So guys, I think, let's see, we have one match to go, so let's do some gambling. Let's do a little gambling, huh? Let's pull some slots. Let's meet some new Pokemon. We got this guy. Who's this guy? We got a Klefki. We got a Manectric. We got everybody. Is there any Pokemon here I could see myself being annoyed that I don't have an extra copy of down the line? Not really. I like Prim. We'll do Prim. Do I have every mon in the game? Do I mean, I have access to every mon in the game, but I don't think I have every mon in the game, like, in Champions. Every time I end up trying to do something weird. Oh, I don't have medium variety Gorgeist, or jumbo variety Gorgeist, for example. Oh yeah, 2 on the board. Let's fix that, I guess. I got a Garbodor the Teeny the other day, and I'm, like, actually a little upset by, like, I think Garbodor is literally the only Pokemon I have not seen somebody try to do something with. So I feel kind of guilty. Does anyone else get that? I feel really guilty when people just, like, when the Pokemon normals care about, everyone's bullying it. Like, when they get, like, piled on. The sociable. He's here to make friends. The Sleepy. He's sleepy. I take him he's sleepy. He's eeping. a local of yours was doing... Actually, I could always use an extra Sylveon. Mega Chicken Gaming? Not that much Mega Chicken, unfortunately, because we've played against a bunch of rain. Hopefully we will get to play some Mega Chicken. Can't have too many Basques. Any predictions for MC? Yeah, I made a whole video about it. Those are my predictions. Did I get in for Louisville? I did. I don't think Louisville sold out, did it? I don't have a Machamp, huh? Let me check. Delphox, people were asking about cries earlier. Delphox is a good cry. It goes, bah, bah, bah. I like that. It's fun. I like that one. I like Sneasler. Louisville's at 1150. Maybe that's capped. Maybe that's capped. I don't know. I understand why. Like, I know we can't, like, scale up like that. With Champions growth, even though I feel like we kind of needed to, honestly. Like, they had the foresight. Like, they could have, like, bet on themselves a little bit. But I really don't like... Like, I get why TCG has more slots than us. I do. But 3 times as many slots? That's a lot. That's a lot more, you know? I will never let her speak. If someone has, like, a Cries tier list, like... TCG makes more of a PPCI than Champions? That's literally true. That's literally true. Competitive players don't make them money. Collectors make them money. Like, as somebody who, like, worked in that world for a long time. Like, there's a reason Magic the Gathering told all their competitive players to kick rocks and are now focused on turning into Fortnite, right? And it's because... Oh, I'm not allowed to say that, actually. And it's because, like, casual players that, like, consume sealed product, are, because I don't have this Florges either. I didn't know Florges was in the game. That's hilarious. Like, those more casual players actually drive... a lot of sales. Extremely tanky? Lots of Pokemon are extremely tanky. It's not really enough these days. You gotta be really tanky and then do something scary while being tanky. The format is draft. No, but Pokemon doesn't support a limited format. Like, they don't have an official one. This pre-release, right? And Magic, like, a lot of people really are not, like, they are not happy with how they changed draft. Like, I hate that booster draft. You have multiple rares in a pack now. I think that's so stupid. Like, it defeats the purpose. The purpose of draft is to, like, play with the cards that are, like, kind of pack fillers that enable the things, and they're cute, but they aren't, like, gonna see play in a constructed deck, right? Like, that's the point of draft, to me. But if you shove 4 or 5 rares in a pack, what, like 2 to 3 rares in a pack now, minimum? You're just not getting that experience anymore. Yeah, at least to my knowledge. I'm sure there's, like, an unofficial format or something. All right, the round's up. Round numero 4 versus Gelski. Last Chomp, Scizor, D-Knight, Basque, Sneasler. Now this is really interesting, because I want my Frostlass because of their Chomp. But that Scizor is terrifying. Oh, this is really interesting. It might be the same on Arena, but that's a whole other... It's a whole other discussion. It's my favorite Minecraft block? I don't know. I've played Minecraft for a while, like anyone in my age bracket did when I was younger. But like I played like during like the beta branch. Like I remember when they added squids. Remember that was a big deal. Squids. There was stuff in the water now. Thank you for the follow. Who follow? I can't see the name. Thank you for the follow, Fluffy Ruffs with a Z. Fluffy Ruffs. For a color or guild? I played a lot of blue-red stuff, like a lot of blue-red. My opponent's not checked in. Played a lot of blue-red, played a lot of blue-black. My favorite decks I ever played were... I really enjoyed Sultai Reclamation in Modern. That deck was not very good. It was very janky, but it was a lot of fun. Hello, Cheese Fan. I really enjoyed my... I played a lot of Ad Nauseam in Modern. And that was pretty cool. I actually really liked that that like blue-black. It wasn't super popular, but like that like blue-black food deck with like the Emrys and the Asmos and like all that. I really enjoyed that deck. I don't like the new Ad Nauseam decks. The new ones that are just like you just go like spoils, like Grace spoils, Thassa's Oracle, I win. I'm talking like the old Lightning Storm, Simian Spirit Guide version. That's the deck I liked. Yeah, I know, you play like one Time Sieve and you like whir for it and stuff. I played a little bit of Amulet. I never owned Amulet. But I would borrow it every now and then. I'm sorry, Bushido. That's awful. Burnamaler. The answer to that is just play games, honestly. Like, you'll learn as you go. You touch the stove, you get burned, you remember. I think I am very against the idea of somebody... I'm very against the idea of, like, trying to, like, book study Pokemon. Like, it has its place, but overall... Well, a boomer would want William Shatner in their card game. Like, the last time I, like, had a full collection and was playing was, like... Thank you for the follow, I really do appreciate it. The Return to Kamigawa block. I think the last card I purchased was the Reality Chip. As a one of... Yeah, this might be a base Blaziken game. It's kind of cool. think somebody in chat mentioned that. Top cut incoming. This will be the last match, whether we win or lose. I'm getting tired. We've been going for just about 2.5 hours. I think Star Fox is better than Star Ray. I don't know what Star Ray is. Oh, the other thing, somebody asked if I played Yu-Gi-Oh, and I did. Not nearly as much as Magic, but there was like a few year period where a friend of mine and me would like play on and off. I had Eldritch built. I played like full power Sprite, you know, with the frogs. What else did I play? I think Sprite might literally be like the last time I played like a full, like a powerful deck, like a tier 1 deck. Star Raichu, why? I like the I like the Raichu stuff a lot, personally. So you just play heroes. Everyone wants to play heroes. Doesn't matter what the format is, doesn't matter what year it is. Everybody just wants to play heroes. This is I bet this is Tailwind CC. Yeah. You get pretty bad now? I actually, like, very briefly, for, like, not even, like, 3 months, got back in. During Yummy format. I have to preserve the Blaziken, right? I can't just do this willy-nilly. I mean, I've played Goat, as in, like, I've played Goat because everybody got really into Goat pretty recently, right? But yeah, I played Yummies because I just think they're funny. Like I saw them and I was like, I really like them. This is these guys are the best deck in the format. What I would like. This is a little too simple. I don't think that's true at all. Very different style of gameplay. Ooh, really? Ruby and Tim? Well, I guess I'm not, I'm not, thing. Like, I can, like, go Gambit here. Do I need Gambit for anything else? The Basculegion. Ugh. So it's Sucker. It's Sucker Go Blaziken. Because the only way to stop the Sucker is with Quick Guard, and if they're Quick Guarding with the Sneasler, then they're not attacking with the Sneasler, so I'm not that pressured. Okay, awesome. And if they go for the Heat Wave here, so be it. Don't burn me. Thank you. And this is timid Mega Dragonite, so he's going to outspeed my Blaziken without a boost. And yeah, and Chomp coming in here is why I wanted to preserve. This is still not easy. In fact, I would say this is still pretty hard. It's Rosalie, and they have Stomping. So I can, like, try to get cute. I can, like, Sucker Rock Slide. I think I made a mistake. I don't think I'm winning this one. Yeah, they're setting Tailwind. They're stopping something. Probably the Gambit. As long as we connect, we should remove the Blaziken here. That's nice. But I don't know how we beat the Garchomp anymore. Or honestly, the Scizor that's probably lurking in the back either. I probably didn't need to bring base Blaziken at all here. Yeah, I could have just relied on. I could have just like damage traded and then had my Instant in the back. That seems way better than what I did actually. So this was probably just a mistake. Thank you for stopping by, pretty chill guy. I appreciate it. Yeah, this isn't looking so hot. Yeah, I'm just pinned. If I like get a double on both and then get a triple on Frostlass, then we have an out. No. But like I said, I think I got a little carried away with how afraid I was of the... Yeah, I was just pinned. I got a little carried away with how afraid I was of the Scizor. Like, I literally just forgot I have an Incineroar on my team to deal with the Scizor. So, like, I think this isn't so bad, actually. So there's always people hanging out in the rooms. Yeah, I definitely overcorrected. So I kind of want to just do this. We only brought Mega Blaziken in one game this whole tournament. I'm sorry, guys. That was not my intention. I played old school Hearthstone. I played it like the One Night in Karazhan standard format was one of my favorites. Was it even standard back then? Did they have that distinction yet? I don't remember. But I liked playing the game like that a lot. I really like One Night in Karazhan format. With Silverware Golem and all that, and Malkazar's Imp. Little Zoolock action. In the spacey. Let's see here. It's just stomping on the instant slot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now We just go Blizzard, Parting Shot. The Garchomp's probably who we're expecting to see go away. And, like, if the Scizor stays in and does something, it can't pick up my Frostlass from here. I guess the scariest thing that could happen is, like, if they Bug Bite my Incin. I think that's the scariest possible outcome. Awesome. Beautiful. Very happy with this. Big Blizzard. Let's get these pivots going. We are slower than the Are we slower than the Sneasler? I have no idea. Oscar, how you been? We're chilling. That's fine. We eat berry. Probably a CC gun my way. There's a bullet punch. Less than half. That's awesome. So now we actually know it is an Oko, which is a huge deal. Big Blizzard. King Blizzard and the Gizzard Blizzard. Big D-Knight. I mean, it's just a Veil Flare Blitz here, right? I guess this could get punished pretty hard. This was a bad play. This is the type of play that'll let my opponent get back into the game if they do something proactive, actually. Looks like they are giving me the Scizor, but for what? What is the exchange? That's fine. Yeah, we're pretty comfy here now, I think. Because now it's like, go to Cine, chuck up Blizzard. Recovery plus screen means we'll be safe. Well, Rego, the D-Knight's essentially a Baskmon. Okay, Burnham. So the answer is, it depends. There are some things that are based on experience, and there are some things you just know. Right? Like, if I'm going to NAIC, for example, I'm going to know my calcs pretty well. For something like this, I'm relying on experience, right? You just kind of get used to things relativistically, right? You're like, okay, well, I know this does this much damage, and this is about as strong as, I think X is about as strong as Y. And you just kind of get a feel for those types of things, eventually. What is the safest way to win here? It's like protect, go Incin. It's just protect Shadow Ball. I forgot I have Shadow Ball in this city. It's protect Shadow Ball, and then eventually they get pinned by Incin plus Gambit if they do somehow remove my Sin's jump. But Heat Wave, non-stab, behind Aurora Veil, that shouldn't be picking up. No, nowhere near. We'll go on the next hit, though. So big ol' Shadow Ball. Get him, Cinny. Bop. Alright. Game tree. Game number 3. Yeah, I think not bringing Blaziken was correct. Hate to say it. Gambit's been kind of meh. Kind of eh. But, you know. I'm gonna check the TikTok stream for the first time all night. I am technically live on TikTok, but because of the way the moderating works, I don't ever actually watch the TikTok stream. You're not a pigeon? Good to know. And hello. Well, I need the Gambit. I need the Gambit. For the few seconds I'm in here right now, guys, no, I would not agree that Mega Frost, that Fari is the best on Mega in Champions. That is definitely King Gambit. I mean, this is awesome. This is a really good place for my Frostlass to be. Like, I can just rip up Blizzard here super happily. Like, rip up Blizzard. Hey, grip up Blizzard, protect, and now this Dragon Ice and Sucker Punch range. Seems like a really good way to start the match. I wonder if they could be playing non-Mega D-Knight with Frostlass in the back. That'd be kind of cool. Nope. I don't think that would have been an unreasonable line for them to go for, honestly. But we know it's Heatwave Dragonite because we are playing, we're playing Open Team Sheet. We're playing in a tournament. But Heatwave from Dragonite, I mean, it threatens Frostlass. There's a lot to it, but it doesn't KO. And this Sneasler is, like, super not threatening us. And now if they set Tailwind, which they are, this position is pretty hard for them, right? Because I'm pressuring the... I can just click... Actually, no, I just click Blizzard here and go right into my own Incineroar and say, like, you cannot remove Frostlass this turn without RNG. I'm a long-time player, but really only games Pogo. Yeah, Burn. I mean, that's just the way to do it. Like some would say, unfortunately. But just learning on the fly is just the best way to learn VGC because there's just so much to learn. Pikmin fan in 1996. Thank you for the follow. I have never played a Pikmin game. Maybe you'll unfollow now because you're a Pikmin fan, but I've never played a Pikmin game in my life. We're not totally max speed. We are fast enough to outspeed. There's the mask. I knew something. And you are Mystic Water. We are fast enough to outspeed. I think it's parting here. I think it's parting here is fine. Outspeed, max speed Staraptor, which also, or max speed Mega Staraptor, which also was outspeed max speed Mega Metagross, which isn't as popular, but it's still good to have. there's Dragon Pulse in here. This makes me think they are going for the Lacer specs into the Frost Last. They're just doubling it. Interesting. Not what I expected there. Okay. But like now Gambit comes in. Not quite, Pikmin fan. Not quite. Yeah, I have a pretty large list of words, if that's what you're saying. Does Blizzard Sucker get there? Like, if I do this... There's no way I'm looking at 92%. And if I just, like, we're not gonna go to that Aqua Jet plus Heat Wave, right? No way. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like, if they crit the Heat Wave, we're in trouble. Oh, no, I messed up. Because the Scizor in the back. Like, I think it's fine because of the way this turn in particular played out. But... I played really sloppy. Yeah, like, we only win here because we have 3 Pokemon to trade for 1. But I did not play this very cleanly. If they... It is CC on the Scizor. Like, we win because we can go Shadow Ball, Kowtow, whoever lives, the Cine comes in and we win that way. But I did not preserve my resources, like, correctly in this match, I don't think. Yeah, Bug Bite. Ooh, okay, we just win. Because they Bug Bited, which makes sense. They wanted to preserve their bulk. Trying to, like, get a little fancy because they don't know what I have in the back. But it does mean we just win this time. Okay, awesome. So that is 3-0 with this team. Thoughts? I like Frostlass a lot. We didn't really get a lot of Blaziken love tonight, unfortunately, and I know a lot of you guys probably came here for Blaziken. So let's do one more ladder game before we close it out, and just kind of force Blaziken. Undertale and Jake. Who are you adding and saying L to? I don't even see it. Your friend, okay. Yeah, I really like Mega Frostlass. Murray Love. Isn't this the person that's in the chat? This person is like Runda. It's very good against Frostlass. It makes sense on that guy's team for sure. Okay. So as we'd mentioned, a big part of the way this team beats Rain is by leveraging Frostlass plus King Gambit, and of course this is another Rain team. So Blaziken, buddy, I'm sorry. This is just all we're fighting is Rain. I know this is not very satisfying. Maybe we'll try and do a redemption stream for Blaziken at some point. Yeah, I want to lead Gambit. Because I am worried about that Grimmsnarl, or about that the potential like Basque lead pressure. I think Rain top gets gold. I don't love Rain. I don't think I think Rain. I think one of those funky Rain teams, one of like those funky like dual weather teams, could top cut. I'd be very surprised if like sort of straight up Rain cuts. All the Pelipper's and Politoads came out to be like, oh, Blaziken stream, huh? Says who? Literally them. Pretty free Blizzard. Ouch. Not so free after all. You got me. Don't say that. Don't be saying that. Maybe I need this Rage Powder Trigger, like Rage Powder Super Saiyan Seer. Why? And now I have Sucker Punch Trick Room, and that's pretty strong. Because, like, you're not eating +2 black classes from 45%. If you're Throat Chop, you have to be pretty invested in your attack to do anything that's non-stab. Aura Sphere. Okay. Big Kowtow. Pretty sure this picks up Swampert? It's fine. Six, 7. Don't really care about the stamina boost here. Sash Pelly? Even better. Sash Pelly. This looks crazy, I know, but I'm doing it for a reason. The Breach is only a +1. I'm about to be a +4 unless I'm making a terrible mistake that'll lose me the match. Which I might be. Ziegler. Beautiful. Exactly what I wanted to see. Little Shadow Ball Kowtow action. Functionally +3 Black Lasso's Kowtow Cleave. Ooh. That might be GG. In fact, that's definitely game over. Unless they mistargeted. Yeah, they got me. You got me. Good game. Yeah, if I just slammed a Kowtow into the Pelipper that turn, would that have changed anything? I don't think so. What if I'd like Rage Powder Kowtowed? Hi, GG. The tournament's final, not till like 11 or 12 at night. So we're going to call it here. I'm going to drop from the tournament if I didn't already. And that is going to be the end of the stream. Guys, I just want to say how like thankful I am for everything today. We had such a, like, you guys have been really, really, really showing up the love the last few weeks, and I really do appreciate it. The streaming thing's kind of new for me. I don't think I'm particularly good at it. I think I'm kind of stumbling and stuttering. But I really appreciate it. But you guys seem to be enjoying it, and if you enjoy it, I'll keep doing it. So let's find someone for Twitch to raid. YouTube, if you want to join along with them. Anyone I'm following currently live. We got Seabad playing some Pokemon Champions. So guys, let's head over to him. He has 67 viewers. I don't really want to ruin. But Seabad is a good dude. They are playing, looks like some Samurott. Looks like probably the Len team. Yeah, let's send you guys over there. As always, everybody, again, I really do appreciate the love and support. Thanks for watching. Bye.